Everybody dreams about quitting their job, right? Trading full time, freedom, the flexibility, making money from anywhere in the world. It all sounds like a dream, but the truth is, it's not just about charts or money, guys. It's about the life that you want to build. All right. So today I'm going to tell you guys why I walked away from regular jobs, which was carpentry, firefighting, working in kitchens, and I chose to go all in on trading. And I'll break down the real difference between trading or a 9 to 5 and being a full time day trader. All right, the risks, the struggles that come with it, and why, even with the volatility, I would never go back for $1 million. And at the end of the day, I'll tell you the one counterintuitive lesson I learned that's going to be to be setting up episode 2 of this series, which is going to be called "Why I Don't Even Need to Trade Every Day." So I basically didn't start life with money, right? I grew up in a poor neighborhood, and I wanted a way out. I did whatever jobs I could get. I worked carpentry. I got my diploma. I got my diploma in firefighting. So I did shifts there, and I spent hours in the kitchen as a cook as well as a student. Hard work, long hours. Honestly, not much to show for it. I was kind of grinding just to survive, and every paycheck disappeared before I could even breathe. I had a bunch of shit to pay for as well, and also I was a student working, and I was also trying to perfect my trading at the same time. I was also trying to do crypto at the same time. But during those years, again, I found trading, right? At first, I kind of treated it as a side hustle, right? As one does. I'd wake up early. I'd study the charts before my shifts. I'd stay up late after work, eyes burning, trying to piece it all together. Sometimes I'd tell my girlfriend want to see me or something. I'd be like, no, I'm studying. I'd be at the charts until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, just looking at charts and trying to understand and kind of put the pieces together. And at first, it's kind of just side money, right? A couple $100 here and there, covering groceries maybe, bills here and there maybe again. But slowly the numbers kind of grew. One day it kind of hit me. My part-time trading profits had kind of exceeded my actual living expenses, and like just think about that for a second, right? That's crazy to think about. And a side hustle was paying me more than my full-time jobs that broke my back. Now, not every full-time job that I had together, but trading was the biggest part of my income. So, that was the moment I kind of knew that I kind of had to go all in because that is what I wanted to do. The order that I wanted to do was trading, firefighting, carpentry. All right. And then as a passion, you guys know, I renovate kind of like items, desks, couches, whatever. But again, trading, firefighting, and carpentry. So I decided to go all in on my number one and just decide to kind of send it. And then if it doesn't work, then I can always rely on the other things that I had built already. So that was kind of what I did. All I could, or what I'm trying to say is that I was kind of exhausting from doing it part time. So I decided, imagine what I could do if I just gave it all I got, right? So training versus a 9 to 5 life. Let's kind of break this down, okay? Income. In carpentry or firefighting or even kitchens, my income was fixed, right? Small raises maybe, overtime pay here and there. But there's always kind of a ceiling, right? Unless you start your own company and stuff, but like there's a ceiling when you're a worker, right? In trading, there's no cap. If I perform, I get rewarded directly. I do want to point out that you get rewarded for your decisions, not for the trades that you take. In trading, you gotta take the right decision at the right moment. That's kind of like what your pay is based on. The downside is the lack of a guarantee, though, right? In a job, that paycheck will arrive no matter what. In trading, there are no promises. But again, I'd rather fight for kind of an uncapped growth than stay changed to capped wages, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Another big difference is time, right? This one's kind of huge. My old jobs kind of controlled my schedule. There's alarms going on. There's still alarms, like there's alarms going on all day basically for my other jobs. Commuting, late night kitchen shifts sometimes. Training kind of flipped everything, so I don't have to beg for a day off or I have to fake being sick. I decide when I work. That doesn't mean I'm lazy. I still show up in the market calls, but I can stack my trading around my life, which is or wasn't possible the other way around, right? If I finish my plan by 10 a.m., I don't have to sit at the desk pretending to be busy until 5. I shut it down, and the rest of the day is all mine. So the freedom that trading provides is unmatched compared to the other jobs that I had, right? Autonomy speaking, on jobs I had bosses, managers, clients. As a trader, I'm the boss, I'm the employee, I'm the reason for my failure, I'm the reason for my success, right? I call the shots, and yes, the responsibility is heavier. Every single mistake is mine again, but I rather own my failures and successes, right, than feel like kind of like a cog in someone else's machine, right? You don't want to. I didn't like the feeling of just like being controlled. I like being in control of my own life. I do live with the mentality that life is short and that you need to make the most of it. I am kind of wary that life will end someday, and I don't want to have missed out or have any regrets. when it comes down to stress, though, jobs came with stress. Sure, firefighting is a stressful job. You see some terrible things, but it's still fun, you know. Kitchen was brutal, endless orders, kind of like very hard on the mental. Carpentry is long hours, tough conditions, tough on the body. I work out, but construction is different because like you kind of lift shit all wrong and stuff. In training, stress is different, right? It's intense, personal. There's money on the line, but it's stress that I chose, and when you choose it, it feels purposeful, right? I kind of want to say. I take the adrenaline of trading over the soul crushing boredom of clock watching any day. Uh, Training is stressful. I do want to point out. People say to negate your emotion. You have to make your decisions not based on emotions. But people that say that they're trading with no emotions, I cannot believe you. I cannot kind of trust you as a trader if you say you have zero emotions. There will be emotions. There is dopamine. There is stuff attached to it. You just have to make your decisions not regarding those. But yeah, again, it's different. Uh, Environment. I traded coworkers for solitude, and yes, it can be isolating. I do miss some of the camaraderie that we had, especially in the kitchen. That was some of my best friends I worked with there. But I don't miss the gossip, honestly, the pointless meetings, the coworkers that microwave fish, and like now I build my community online with you guys, and I love every single one of you, and I appreciate every single one of you with people that actually kind of share the same goal. They do say that your entourage makes you, and it's true. So you kind of upgrade your entourage, you're gonna upgrade your whole life. So I cut the noise, I kept it good. I got my girlfriend with me, that I love, and I get to spend every single day with her, and that's the core difference, right? Jobs kind of gave me a stability with limits. Training kind of gave me instability, but with unlimited freedom. And for me, that's the trade I'll take every single time, right? So let's talk about the freedoms a little bit because this is why people dream about trading. And it's real if you're willing to earn it, right? There's time freedom. I decide my schedule. I can wake up without an alarm. Well, I do wake up with an alarm, but you know what I mean. I set my training session to fit my life, right? You could trade Asia session if you want and not have an alarm. When I move to Thailand, I will not have an alarm. Not the other way around. I can take a random Tuesday off if I feel drained. I don't have to wait for permission to see my family, take a trip, even go to the gym. I can go to the gym if I want, whenever I want. And that freedom to control my time is priceless, really, honestly. I also have location freedom, which is that's the big one. I'm not tied to a city or a job site or whatever. All I need is a laptop, internet, and some discipline, and that's it. Right? That's why I can plan Thailand, Costa Rica, Portugal. I can go anywhere in the world whenever I want, and I can explore the world without putting my career on pause. Trading comes with me wherever I go, so I can still make the money whenever I want. It's like when I went to Costa Rica, I made close to like 8,000 in Costa Rica, basically paid for the whole trip. Uh, Financial freedom as well. Not in the sense that trading is endless riches. It's not, right? You kind of got to get real here. But financial freedom is the sense, in the sense of choice. I don't live paycheck to paycheck anymore. I can scale my income based on my skill. I can reinvest. I can grow. I can take advantage of opportunities. And money stop being a ceiling for me, right? Also, I've always wanted to do videos, to be a mentor. I've always wanted to kind of like have this platform to speak, be social media. Trading gave me that opportunity, right? Because I managed to stack enough money where I don't need to make money for the next 6 months or something, and I can still be fine. There's also a lifestyle freedom that it provides. I design my day around what matters to me. Training in the morning, gym after, cooking meals I actually enjoy. Mostly my girlfriend does the cooking though, to be honest. Spending time outside, meeting new people, traveling, building content. It's not glamorous every second, obviously, but it's mine, right? No boss schedules my day. I decide what I make of it. The mental freedom is also an underrated one. Trading kind of freed my mind from the constant drains of jobs. You guys don't even realize how draining a job is mentally. Even if the job is at an office, it's still very, very draining mentally. I really didn't care about that. I don't feel stuck. I don't dread Mondays. My stress is intense, but it's meaningful. That mental freedom is kind of the biggest win to me. That's what trading really gave me. It's kind of freedom stacked on every single level, to be completely honest. Now I won't lie. This life does come with its risks. No guaranteed paychecks, no benefits, no one to save you if you blow up. You're kind of alone with your decisions. You have no retirement plan. Some months you'll feel rich, some months broke. You kind of have to budget, you have to save, you have to stay disciplined. You kind of have to make an account in case shit goes south. And emotionally, it is a battle. Okay, losing days cut deeper when it's your main income. The market kind of humbles you constantly. Most people who try this won't make it, and that's the truth. But the thing is, every path has risks. For me, the biggest risk was staying stuck. The biggest risk was not being able to travel, not being able to have the life that I want. A safe paycheck, but no growth, no freedom, no life. That's kind of what I was running away from. Training kind of gave me a way forward. And I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. Was it worth it, guys? Absolutely. Training took me out of jobs that drained me, gave me control over my time, my location, my lifestyle, my mind. It let me leave the neighborhoods I wanted out of and build a life on my terms. It's not easier at all. It's not guaranteed, but it's mine. That's priceless. Again. And the day I realized my training profits covered my life expenses, that was the day I knew I'd never go back, right? I do want to point out that you need, like, for me, I had 6 figures in savings. I had 6 figures saved up, ready to go. I had my trading account, I had my crypto account, I had savings in my bank. Like, I needed those things to feel safe. That way, losing days don't affect me as much. And this way, I kind of keep going on my path. And that's like kind of the biggest thing for trading, or with trading with me, is that I kind of get to teach you guys what I know now, right? So I have money in stocks, I have money in bank account that's growing, I have my crypto that's currently flat, but I invest here and there, and I take my profits here and there as well. I have my trading account, and I have a safety account. Uh, Here's the twist, guys. Just because I trade full time doesn't mean I trade every single day, though. In fact, not trading is one of the biggest secrets to staying consistent. And that's what episode 2 of this series is going to be about. Why I don't trade every day, and you shouldn't either. So if you're serious about trading, do not miss that one. Trust me, it'll flip the way you think about discipline. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.